We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
Look at that. That's beautiful. It's got to be one of the most proud moments of my life, I guarantee you.
William Bradford, speaking in 1630 of the founding of the Plymouth Bay Colony, said that all great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulties, and both must be enterprised and overcome with answerable courage. If this capsule history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. The exploration of space will go ahead, whether we join in it or not. We mean to be a part of it. We mean to lead it. For the eyes of the world now look into space, to the moon, and to the planets beyond. Our leadership in science and industry, our hopes for peace and security, our obligations to ourselves as well as others, all require us to make this effort, to solve these mysteries, to solve them for the good of all men. There is no strife, no prejudice, no national conflict in outer space as yet. Its hazards are hostile to us all. Its conquest deserves the best of all mankind. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
All right, hello, everybody. Mic check. Give me a 1 if you got me, if you can hear me. Earth the chat. All right. So I just want to make sure y'all are here, can hear me. Okie dokie. This is Apollo 15. I have the simulation paused right now. We're on pad 39, about a minute from launching. So we're gonna go and get this show on the road. We're gonna go into low Earth orbit. And just a little disclaimer out there: do not try this at home. If you happen to stumble upon a Saturn V fully equipped, ready to launch, I do not recommend you do this on your own. That's really all I got. So here we go. We're going to unpause. We're going to retract the things if it wants to. Oh wait, it's still paused. We got the Charlie funds. Thank you, Meatwad. We got plenty of Charlie funds. Thank you for showing up, Riddle Me. Got Nancy in the house. Got Oomph, Baldy Banks. Got a good crew on board for this. Hey, we're not doing atmospheric flight. You guys are kind of used to that. That's a ball game, right? Atmospheric flight. But this is going into a whole nother league. So here in about 15 seconds, we're gonna get our countdown started here for launch. I'm gonna mute myself so there's no echo.
Ten, 9, 8, ignition sequence start. Engines on. 5, 4, 3, 1. All engines running. Launch commit. Liftoff. We have liftoff at 9:34 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The tower is clear.
And we have a roll program. Roger. Yes, get President online. Settings total, roll complete. Roger. And we have 50 numbers. Roger. Once these stays looking good. Houston, everything looks okay. Looks good. Going through maximum dynamic pressure at this time. And board cutoff. Cutoff. Ignition.
All right, guys, we have a
We got
success.
skirt step.
Whoops.
Roger, we confirm skirt step. Tower's gone. Roger, tower.
Sorry, it kind of auto plays audio transmissions and whatnot, but look at that. We are on our way to orbit. We got another stage separation. And yeah, you can pretty much see almost the whole state of Florida out there. Let me make the camera like this. Hold on. I'm going to be dizzy for a second. There we go. Sorry about that. You can see the Caribbean out there, the Bahamas. You can see Bermuda maybe. A little Bermuda small. Yeah, look at that. There's Wyckoff. You guys see his little haunted house out there? Oh, did we just like burn by Oom's house? Whoops. Sorry. Didn't mean to like shatter your windows or whatever. All right, sorry to give you guys y'all a little dizzy and shooken up right there. I think it's over dramatic. I mean, after you get into the upper atmosphere, I don't think you're shaking around like that. I'm pretty sure you probably are at the start. I'm sure. Do appreciate y'all coming out here. You know, the stream is 100% just chill, not viewer funded. Just hanging out, going to the moon. So right now we're running under autopilot. There's nothing we're doing, I'm doing, or anything. It's all programmed in. That's pretty much how it worked. It's pretty much how it works with spacecraft. Like, you're not flying it like a plane. I mean, you have autopilots on planes, of course, so this is on a different kind of level, right?
Board cutoff.
Uh-oh. Alright, we're about to have the last stage separation here. And you can see from this altitude right now, we're already got a nice curvature. The Earth's showing, we're out of the atmosphere. We're basically creating a an orbit, and an orbit has two different components to it. The main component is your periapsis, which is your highest point on the orbit, and then you got the apoapsis, which is on the opposite end of that planetary body. Think of like a circle. It could be an oval, it could be a circle. You want to try to have a nice circle. But there's different missions where they don't do that. They do different orbits. The most recent one that was unmanned, they did this big, huge, polar orbit thing, testing systems out deep from the moon and stuff. Pretty cool. After the TLI burn, like I said, I'm gonna whoop.
Ignition.
And in fact, I can actually go to this feature, and I can actually switch over to that over here, and we can just watch it fall. And you actually see the moon is over here. This thing's just gonna end up falling into the ocean somewhere. It looks like a space plug. And as you can see, on this right screen here, this green circle is pretty much where we are. This dot, this little circle, the gray circle is Earth, and this big green circle is our orbit. So we want this point right here to be on the opposite end of where we're at the same altitude. So we have a nice circular orbit. See how that works? I don't know if y'all have ever played Kerbal Space Program. This is pretty much before that was ever even a thing. And then on this left map, you can see our orbit arcing out where we're at. I can kind of zoom in and do target lock. There we go. And you can see we're pretty much over the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, it might be. It probably is a coral reef down there. It's been a long time. Oh, I think we're done. Actually, it was 11 minutes. We are in orbit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I said 20 minutes. So now I can flip us around. So now I can actually control this thing. And look out the windows. So this is the inside of the command module. Our next step is I'm going to switch over to this graphic view here. And what we're going to do is program our translunar injection. And this is what's called a multifunction display. You can have different things in there. But we're only pulling up this lunar transfer, which will help us program that. So we're going to program what's called a TLI right here. So we're going to hit program. Oh wait, Got to hit execute. And basically, this is going to allow the whole autopilot to know what to do. We're just going to give it some little criteria. So we're going to change this to surface mode, and then we're going to change this target from manual to where Apollo 15 went, which was Hadley. And we're basically just going to hit execute. Then we're going to go to this delta velocity screen. It's going to say our time to burn is in 4,200 seconds. So we're going to kind of skip through that right now. We're going to turn on what's called the time acceleration. So that's what we're doing right now. There we go. Oh, shoot. I might miss my opportunity. I think we should be good. I cut it down to like 20 seconds. Woo! That would have been a disaster if we missed it. Actually, it really wouldn't. We just have to make another loop around the planet Earth. But it looks like it's going to make it. You can see this this plus sign on the left side here has to get right here in the middle, and it's going to start its burn. So we're a little behind the threshold, just a few seconds, not a big deal. But once it gets right in the middle, it's just going to fire. Engines will fire. Alright, looking back at the chat here. Ooh, that's Travesty Line. There we go, engines fired. So this is going to take 286 seconds. So I'm looking about like 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. I hope you guys are enjoying. Oh yeah, I can zoom out as far as I want. It's insane how far you can zoom out. It's incredible. It's like, whoa. How did I zoom out that far? Yeah, it gives you a scale of things. It's like, holy shit. Holy shit. We got Sable in the house. Welcome on in. Alright, so once we're done with the burn, we're going to punch it 30 minutes forward. And we can use this timer thing at the top. We're only an hour and 25 minutes into the mission. I've only been live for like 20 minutes, so we've made up some good time here, guys. We didn't have to wait that whole hour and 25. Mission is simple. We land on the moon. That's it. Go land on the moon. And this one is known to have the most payload, and it has the record of number of EVAs on the moon. They did 3, and they had a rover, and they covered over 17 miles on the moon. That's crazy. So they've seen a lot of the moon. So that's why I'm doing this mission, because it's a very iconic mission. And I could have done Apollo 1, but it's Apollo 1. Apollo 1 was still cool, but it didn't have the rover or anything like that. Yeah, if you want to go back, rewind to the launch or something, just catch that. Maybe a little bit of the pre-roll, some Kennedy hyping it up. It's always good. I played some of the soundtracks from the Tom Hanks directed Earth to the Moon HBO series, which I was just, when I first saw that as a kid, I was like, holy cow, that's amazing. Like, still gives me goosebumps, You know, when I hear it, I'm like, holy shit, I remember this shit. They did such a very well done job on that whole series. What's going on Doofus Show? We're getting out of Earth. We're getting the hell out of Earth, guys. You want to leave the Earth? Here's your chance. Spend a few days on the moon, hang out. Like the first Jerry on the moon. I mean, who like that is a feat that I would want to be a part of for science. Take the first shroom trip on the moon. Jeez, put me right in. Load me in. Put me in, coach. Alright, let's check this burn. We got 50 seconds on the burn. But we are basically escaping Earth's gravitational force. And you have to have so much fuel on board to do that, along with your payload and all that stuff. Coming over the Baja Peninsula. You got Cabo down there. You got Rosarita. San Diego is just up there. Oh, yeah, yeah, understood. Alright, we're gonna stop rotation, and now we're gonna fast forward our time 30 minutes from here. So we're at 1:29, so we want to be at like 2-hour mark. That's perfect. We'll just go ahead and do that right now. I should probably show you guys how we are moving out. Boom. Alright, we'll just leave it right there. I'm going to point this thing directly at the sun. Alright. Try to get the camera set up nicely here. Alright, so we're going to separate the command module, service module as a whole. These fairings are going to fly out in all directions. We're going to turn around and dock with the lunar module, extract it out of the S-IVB booster that took us here, and then we can fast forward to get to the translunar injection burn. So we are well on our way to the moon right now. We just gotta get a couple things, housekeeping items done here. So we're gonna hit this button here. Boom. Should separate. Or not. Oh, it did. Oh gosh. Scared me for a second because it froze. Alright. So, we're going to flip this bad boy around. I want to get inside here. We're going to dock with the lunar module. So it should start coming around here in just a moment. There she is. There's Falcon. That was the name of the lunar lander on this mission, was Falcon. Alright, so I'm going to get lined up here. Alright, I'm going to switch to translation. So now we are slowing ourselves down from moving away from it. Now we're moving closer to it. You guys see that? See how those thrusters took us from, it's like reversing, it's like or braking. So if you're moving one way in space, the only way to brake that movement is to do a energy in the opposite direction of that movement to slow yourself down or counter that inertia. Sorry if I'm using big words, holy shit. But that's kind of how it works. It's physics, you know. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting closer. I'm going to do this. Clean it up here. Add a little bit more of that. A little bit more of that. Alright, we're coming in nicely, guys. We're looking good. This is how they did it. Oh my goodness. I'm just making very minute adjustments. I don't want that red bar like that, but it's not that big a deal. Just do this. Alright guys, we're getting close. And I can go the other way with it to slow down my approach. Like that's how it looks like, and when they're doing it, like you just see random like RCS thruster action. Very minute, very minute. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of braking here. We're going in, guys. Yeah, that looks beautiful. That looks spot on. There it goes. Whew. Alright, so next part is getting out of here. Alright, there we go. We can help ourselves along extracting the lunar module. Now, normal operations, after they hard dock, they would do all sorts of stuff before they just did what I'm doing. I'm just moving this along. Alright, so now we can kind of fast forward everything at a crazy speed. It's gonna stop us here for a second as this booster does its thing. It's gonna slow us down. So speed that along about 10 times. There we go. That booster's gone. Okay. Do one little thing here. Target moon. Alright, let's go ahead and get on with it. Let's hold on, let's stop.
Coming up on 20 seconds. Mark, 20 seconds to TL. You have ignition? Roger, ignition.
Oh, I forgot. There's a freaking sound pack that it'll stop it every now and then. You can see as we're moving away, Earth's rotating. Now I'm going to kind of put an extra 0 here. And it should really speed us along.
Okay, guys, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Ready?
like about 5.3 on the disk key and about 4.7.
Sorry about that, guys. It's just a random sound pack. That it does its actual mission, what they were doing at that point in the flight. I'm doing a little bit of a course correction, which is a very minute course correction.
Roger, guys. When you're comfortably through with the procedure here, we'd like for you to turn the thrust light out for us, please, by pulling the EMS main. Guys, further word.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys want to hear all those radio transmissions, but I kind of don't. It's not a... Yeah, it's just kind of one of them things. Okay. Alright, so we're looking at a good distance from the Earth. Just kind of recap, the moon's over here. If we go back to this inside view, we're leaving the gravitational field of Earth at point where we're about halfway almost. So we're going to continue. Add an extra 0. So we are going to program a TLI burn very shortly here. You can see the moon is getting much closer now. This is working out very well. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, we're going to program our TLI. Holy cow. Or, LOI, I'm sorry. Why did I say TLI? LOI, which is Lunar Orbit Insertion. So that looks perfect. So that's where the moon is, this gray circle. And that's where we're going to start our burn, and we're going to close this big arc and make an orbit. So we execute, go to delta velocity. We got 8,000 seconds until TLI. Yeah, fast forward to the moon. You guys want to sit there, Sable? You want to sit there for 3.5 days or whatever it takes? No way. No way, Jose. Alright, so we're going to fast forward this 8,000 seconds, but I do not want to mess this up. So I'm going to do it at 1,000 speed until it gets down to like... Actually, I'll do it at 10,000. Oh, shoot. What did I just do? Uh-oh. I went too far. Uh-oh. I know a way to fix this, though. I know a way to fix this. I'm going to have to close this out. I have to close this out and reopen it, but I can load a stage where it's at the LOI. I fast forwarded too fast, and it went too crazy on me. I should not have done that. But don't worry. Ain't no big deal. So I'm going to close this. Actually, what can I do here? Scenario editor. Yeah. Alright, you guys probably see a black screen as I reopen. Alright, perfect. Alright, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. You're gonna see a black screen. Alright, do you guys see everything now? You guys should now, by now. Alright, perfect. So we're pretty much where we were before I fucked everything up. Just gonna make sure everything is set how I want it really quick. I'm not going to Fraumora. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, I'm just gonna fast forward and not be as crazy with it.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at 1,000 just to be safe, because once the moon's gravity pulls you in quicker and quicker, and you're fast forwarding it, it just throws you. Like the moon just slingshotted me, like the Apollo 13 situation. If they didn't burn or burn back to Earth, they would have been flung out to space. They would have been flung out to this very far orbit, unrecoverable. They would have made it. Like, that almost happened. It's crazy to think. That almost happened. Alright, we're getting closer, getting closer. Let me see if it'll let me program the lunar orbit insertion. It says we're too far. Well, G Money Christmas. We're too far. Appreciate y'all's patience with this little screw up. It's been a minute since I've done this. Alright, so we're getting closer. It's really hard to tell distance and scale and deep in like interplanetary space. Are we close enough now? No, we're not. I'm tempted to add another 0, but I'm like, nope, I'm not at this point. Because I know it's around 70 something hours when they did it. I gotta be able to do it now. Let's do this. Okay. Here we go. Now we're close enough, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow, I was freaking out there. 12,000 seconds. Yeah, let's go ahead and not mess this up. Just doing it at 1,000. All right. Slowing it down to 100 speed. So I just don't want to skip this part. It'll automatically slow down, but I had it going way too fast earlier. We're on the dark side of the moon, so that's why I'm not going external camera to show you guys anything, because there's really nothing else to see right now until after the burn. Ooh, we're getting a little sunlight coming through. All right. Perfect. Alright guys, we are on track. It's going to take 362 seconds of a burn. We're going to burn in 8 seconds. Oh, perfect. You guys can see a little bit of the moon. I'm going to mute myself step by a minute as we do this burn. Alright, I'm back. Man, she's still burning. 20 seconds. 23 seconds. Alright, so we're almost done. And yes, we on this yeah, we are quite low on this side of the orbit. But we'll adjust that. Get in a more circular orbit, but we are definitely low as hell. Alright, we're done with the burn. Alright, so our next course of action is to check our orbit base alignment. So we need to get aligned with our target, and I'll kind of make sense of this here. This is our orbit right now. We're very low. So before we do anything, we are going to adjust that. We're going to engage parking orbit circularization. So we're going to put ourselves in what's called a parking orbit. Or actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're not even going to do that. Actually, yeah, we are. Sorry, we got to do that first. So I'm fast forwarding so we can do that. Because as you can see on this orbiting the moon, this green circle is very close. And the orbits degrade over time. You might end up you know, hitting terrain. You don't want that. Now orbits degrade more over obviously the Earth's atmosphere than the moon. So you can see how this popped out a little bit on this side. Parking orbit. Next burn is in 2,900, so we're going to skip through that. We're going to put this on. Yeah, I was doing a radio transmission thing, skipping that. Yeah, parking orbit is your stationary orbit. That's where the command module, when we separate, is going to be hanging out, and we're going to detach. Once we get in that parking orbit, we're going to do another correction, which is get aligned with our target, our landing target, which we're 50-something miles or kilometers off course. But we can correct that with a quick burn. And then once we do that, we're going to separate and go to the moon and land on the moon. So we're fast forwarding through this. Let me see if I can make it a little bit quicker. Yeah. I'm sorry, this is kind of the boring part, but we just have to do it. It's very critical. We can't skip this, you know, we can't mess this up. As you can see, on the other side of where we were, that's going out more. It's making more of a circle now. See how nice that looks? There we go. That's it. Perfect. Alright, next order of business here is our base alignment's now 49 kilometers. We need to fix that. So we're going to engage in that. And I'm going to bring up a map of the moon. We'll track where we're at. We'll set a target, spaceport, Hadley. So Hadley's behind us right now, but we're not in line with it. If I zoom in, you can see we're just not quite there in line. So that's what we're going to try to do next. Here, read the chat here. Zero Moon Cocktail. Yeah, flat earthers. That's what I'm saying. You guys are welcome. Flat earthers out there. Guys are welcome. Challenge me. Alright, we're doing this orbit base alignment burn. We're on the dark side of the moon. It shouldn't be that long of a burn. I'm not expecting it to be that long. You can actually see it. Yeah, we're pretty much almost done. Boom. Perfect. Alright. Let's do this. Boom, let's do this. Alright. Okay guys, we are in the descent stage now. So if I go inside here, inside the cockpit, it's only me. It's only one dude in there. The other guys are in the lunar module now. So they transferred over. We're about to separate here. I'm getting like, I'm gonna try to do it kind of how they did it. They faced it like this. This is good enough. I don't want to waste fuel or time. Alright, so we're going to basically undock. I'm going to switch over to the lunar module. There we go.
Undocking confirmed.
Now with this guy, I can go time to PDI, invalid PDI window, check PDI conditions, and prop altitude. Okay, so now we got to hold on a second. Check PDI. Proper altitude. Alright, we got to engage in what's called the DOI, which is the Descent Orbit Insertion. There's a lot of OIs and insertion burns and stuff involved here. What's cool is I can switch over to this guy and look out the window and see the lunar module doing its thing. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and fast forward some. I can't go over 100 for this part, so we're just gonna have to ride it out. But you can see a lot of the moon just flying by. Oh yeah, there's Earth out there. See it? Beautiful. Hope you guys are enjoying. I'm trying to make this as painless as possible. Now, once we land, I'll probably just end it there. Time's sake. It's a Monday tomorrow. But I could do a continuation return to Earth stream kind of thing. You know, like I'll set up the EVA stuff, show you guys that, and then that'll kind of be the start of the stream, and then go back to Earth, reconnect with the command module, and go right back to Earth. We'll do that as a follow-up. But I just want to get on the damn moon and show you guys landing on the moon. It's cool, but it's not as just straightforward. Let's just go there and point your ship there. You got to do a lot of things. A lot of things are involved. Let's convoy to the moon. I like that idea. If this was like multiplayer, we get a whole bunch of spacecraft on a chain, just chain gang it to the moon. Be awesome. With our flags out, honking. Let's go. Count me in. Yelling freedom. Just for no reason, just yelling it at people. I'm fucking sold. I don't know how long this burn is going to go for. It's just going to do its thing. It's pretty much putting us in a descent orbit insertion. So that means like we're going to go back to where we were earlier, where we were very close on one side, but we're going to be close on one side, far on the other, on the orbit. Alright, so it's done with the burn. Time to PDI. 3,000 seconds to PDI. Let's go ahead and PDI conditions. You are go for PDI. Power descent and is what that means. Engage in PDI. Alright, so we're gonna fast forward. We got the green light, everybody. We got the green light. I mean, yeah, this thing looks like a freaking, like, who designed this thing? Like, who thought of how to make this look like this? But I guess it's all about weight and stuff, composites and materials. And all right, let's see what our PDI conditions are now. PDI is now.
And Falcon, you
All
are
right.
go for PDI.
Alright, here we go.
Roger, go for PDI.
Alright, we got our burn in 70 seconds, 75 seconds. Kind of show you guys from this point of view what it would look like from their point of view before this burn starts. Pretty much we're gonna, brake. It's a braking type, we're moving one way, we got to slow down and make this arc that points down to the moon. And you do that by tilting the thruster, like tilting your spacecraft up and down, or while you're doing the burn to precisely get to a landing point. That's pretty much what we're doing. Now in the real mission, I think they landed, it was like I think it was like 1,200 meters north of where they wanted to land, but they ended up landing in a crater, which was kind of cool. Here we go. So as accurate as they wanted to be, they were still a little off. Alright, so we're in the braking phase.
Auto ignition. 11%, the override is on.
Close out of that.
LEM engine is currently at minimum thrust. I'll be throttling up shortly. Throttle up. Okay, master arm off. Okay, master arm's coming off. Lights are off. Looks stable. Minutes. Gauge top's about 20 high. Okay. Fuel is a little low, oxidizer's a little high.
Falcon Houston, a 169 minus 02800.
Roger, minus 02800, standing by for the enter.
Here, go for enter.
Go for enter.
Falcon Houston, your go at 2 minutes.
Roger, go at 2. Things and eggs compare. We're showing an altitude of about 46,000 feet now. About 2% low on fuel. Okay, at 1. Okay, 3 minutes showing the 0. Altitude's good. H-top's right on, Dave. Good. Still reading 2%. Oh, Ed Houston's happy with it.
Falcon Houston, your go at 3.
Roger, go at 3. Altitude now about 42,000 feet. Our velocity down to about 3,900 feet per second. So 3,400 delta H. Velocity light is out. Delta H looks good up here. Houston, what do you think?
Falcon Houston, we agree with Delta H, accept.
I had to mute there because there's a lot of radio comms. That's the actual Apollo 15. He said Falcon. That's the lunar module. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Minutes. Altitude's 2,000 high. Okay. About 3 low. Fuel and oxidizer looking good. At 1%. Things and eggs look good.
Also, one thing about this whole specific mission was like they landed in this like valley.
Altitude's 4,000 high. H-top's right on. Fuel and oxidizer are good. Okay. Delta H is 2,000.
So to kind of add to it, they land in this like valley, you know, with like mountains around them and stuff. It's really cool.
About 9 high.
Falcon Houston, your go at 5 and your fuel quantity looks good here.
Okay, understand. Go at 5.
Oh shit, Buzz. Buzz got beer shards all over the place.
Falcon Houston, your go at 6.
Roger, go at 6.
We're about 3 minutes now from the approach phase, altitude about 2,500 feet.
Altitude 1,000 high, 8 about 4 high. AX-axis override drop.
Falcon Houston, throttle down 7 plus 23.
Roger, 7 plus 23. Minutes. 1,000 high, he's just about on. Oxidize run about 1% low.
Yeah, the diarrhea diversion.
Okay. Oxidizer are good. Okay. Check the manual. No flags, looks good.
Falcon Houston, descent 1.
Roger, descent 1, and looks like P64 at 923. Bit of 8. Mark. Good.
Falcon Houston, we expect you may be a little south of the site.
Hey, coming up on 8,000.
3,000 feet.
P64, okay? We have LPD. LPD. Coming right. 40. $5,000 feet. 39. 39. 38. 39. 4,000 feet. 40. 41. 45. 47. 52. feet. 4-2. Okay, he's got a good spot. Good. 4-2. 4-3.
So I can move that green dot around up where I want it to land at. I can move it over here just a little bit if I want to.
900, 4-5. 800,
It's kind of
4-5. 600, 4-8. 500, 49, minus 17, minus 15, 400 and minus 14. Seven, 250, minus 11, 9% fuel. 200, minus 11. $120 feet, minus 6. Okay, I've got some rust. Minus 5, 100 feet at 5. 9% fuel. Minus 5. 40 at 3. 33. 20 at 1. 15 at 1. Minus 1. Minus 1. 6% fuel. 10 feet, minus 1. 8 feet, minus 1. Contact. Man. Okay, Houston, the Falcon is on the plane at Hadley.
Roger, Roger, Falcon.
Hey, we did it! We got Paw Patrol up in here. You just watched us land on the moon. Now we can do some fun things.
We had contact.
Now we can do some fun things. He said no denying that. We had contact. Now I can go outside. And let me change this text. Yeah, external view. Now we can we'll take a little ride for a second, guys. We'll take a little ride. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Bottom line got the wait. Meat one got the cherry buns, bottom line. Down there the moon with the buns at the location. And you see we got a little thing. We had a oh shit, I'm falling over. What the fuck? Dude, I just fell over. What the hell? Oh my god, I forgot all about the physics on this shit. I just pulled a fucking meat wad. What do you guys think's right over here, huh? Let me back it up here. Yeah. We got ourselves a little lunar rover to drive around on. Look at this bad boy. Do some donuts on the moon. Alright guys, well we did it. We landed on the moon. I'm not going to put you through the whole mess of getting back to Earth just yet. I'm not going to set up every scientific equipment and do every single EVA because it's literally going around. I mean, it's kind of cool, but it's literally going around picking up rocks. And you come back and you got to do it like 3 times. You got to drive out to these far out places out here on the moon. It is kind of cool to do it. If I've done it before, I did like the whole mission. Like I didn't do like the transit. I skipped that, but I did the actual EVAs and everything, and it's very interesting. But you're literally just driving around this little thing, which I think has some pickup to it. Kicks up some dust. I mean, that's a cool little view right there. The lunar rover, the astronaut. Actually, you know what? We have to drop the American flag, because this would not be a proper fucking moon landing without American flags. You see where I'm at? Oh. Let me get out of this mug. How do I get out of this thing? How do I exit? Does it just not let me exit? Alright, well, we'll have to fix that real quick here. Let's bring out this guy. He just steps out of the lunar module and falls over. Like, get up, dude. Help, get up. What the? He just like fell out of the lunar module. He didn't even step down the ladder. He was like, fuck the ladder, dude. I'm a chud. I'm gonna drop an American flag on the moon. You don't disrespect the flag. Oh my god, stupid chud songs. They crack me up, man. We got American flags. Wow. Bam. Oh. Yeah. Alright, should be able to pick up something out of here. Oh, there it is. We got American flags. Bow, 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 bow. American flags. Buzz just flew out of that. He just fell out of the fucking lunar module. He slipped on his fucking shit, his beer diarrhea. We got American flags. What are you gonna do about that? I just fall over again. Get up. Oh yeah, float in the air. Turn it around properly so the other guy can see it. We're gonna switch over. Switch over to the lunar rover so we can get a good view of that. Now that's awesome. Actually, wait, he's got to drop it and turn around. Damn it. Hold on. He's got to drop it. He's got to turn around. He's got to step over a little bit. Get out of the way. He's in the way of the flag. Step away here a minute. Hashtag moon corner. Lunar rover. Get that view. That's a nice view right there at the American flag. Chuds made it to the moon. What do y'all think of that view right there? Nice little setup. Well, that kind of does it for me. I don't know much y'all, but we made it to the moon. We landed. We had a little hiccup there on the translunar injection with the time warp, but we got it done. Appreciate y'all sticking around, and we'll do another. Like I said, we'll do another doing a return to Earth mission, because you can't do this all at once. It's too much time. Anyway, appreciate y'all joining. Y'all blessed night. Enjoy your Monday tomorrow. Sweet.